Heads up, the sensors have failed in the basement. Replace Nest Protect now.
Hey, what's up? If you're new here, my name is Teets, and my main goal is to provide you with useful information about everyday smart tech products. In this video, I will share some valuable tips, tricks, do's and don'ts when buying and using the battery-powered Google Nest Protect version 2. I'll tell you about stuff I learned along the way and what I found out by testing all of its sensors. To be honest, these tests got completely out of hand. I started off with 1, then 2, and eventually ended up with 3 just to see how they would work together as a group because, you know, they're connected, and if one siren goes off, all of them are supposed to go off, so everybody has an equal chance of freaking out. If you're also interested in how I tested this with a hairdryer, a steamer, smoke and CO sprays with reaction times and trigger distance and whatnot, then make sure to watch that video as well. Okay, here we go. Tip number 1, if you don't want to be scammed, the first thing you're gonna want to check are the dates on the back of the device. As you can see, the Google Nest Protect has a 10-year lifespan from the day it was manufactured, so not from the moment you activate it, as I used to think. This means that there is a possibility that your device is already old when you purchase it. Old stock being sold as brand new, and this is not something I'm making up here, guys. So I would say buy it, unbox it, check the date on the back, and if it's already, let's say, 2 years old, send it back and demand a new one. Do not let them fool you. And if you want to make sure you bought the latest version, check the number on the back or in the app under technical info. If it starts with 05, you've got the older first version. 06 means you've got the new second version of the Nest Protect. Tip number 3, just a little tippy now that we're looking at the back. What is the function of the micro USB port? No, it's not for charging the batteries. Google Nest Support uses this port to be able to troubleshoot any problems from distance if need be. I'll get back to Google Nest Support. The battery lid is nicely designed, but be aware that it's pretty fragile. Luckily, it's still usable with only 1 hinge functioning. Google is pretty adamant about only using AA Energizer Ultimate Lithium batteries, probably because they are suitable for extreme temperatures and they have a 10-year battery life. After 4 hours of extreme testing, though, the batteries were already dead.
Heads up, the batteries are very low downstairs. Replace the batteries now.
I will leave a sponsored link in the description. It won't cost you an extra thing, but it would give me a little commission. And yes, I'm desperate. When installing the backplate and you are as clumsy as I am, make sure to use a manual screwdriver so you won't damage it. You can buy these backplates separately on Amazon, although 15 bucks does seem pretty expensive to me. Whatever you do, do not test the heat sensor with your mother's hairdryer from the 70s. Because it will destroy it. Which actually makes me wonder if this thing even has a heat sensor, which Google does claim on their website. It only beeped once, didn't give me a vocal heads up, and then it was like,
replace Nest Protect now.
Completely destroyed, 120 bucks down the drain. So I got in touch with Google Nest Support. Hi, Matisse, hi. Don't expect too much of Google Nest Support. I always seem to get to speak to someone with less technical knowledge than my granny, and in this case it took them 3 whole weeks to get back to me and say that they couldn't replace the unit because it was out of warranty. I didn't even ask for a new one. I just asked them how this could happen, and I still don't know. I'm afraid that will remain a mystery for the rest of my life. Number 9 must be the most ridiculous one, and a big frustration to a lot of Nest Protect owners, including myself. We are still not able to add this device to the Google Home app. We're talking about a Google product here. There are so many smart home devices from other brands that you can add to the Google Home app, but not their own Nest Protect, because when you try, you will miserably fail and you will be kindly referred back to the Nest app. This is crazy. Fix this, Google. When you install the Nest Protect in the vicinity of the kitchen or the bathroom, make sure to switch on the steam check function. This reduces false alarms, and based on the test I did with a steamer, it took about twice the time to trigger the alarm. It would be nice if Google would add a different vocal warning, because now steam is always being referred to as smoke.
Heads up, there's smoke downstairs. The alarm may sound. It's going to be loud.
Now that I've got all the Nest Protects here in the studio and not in our house anymore, it's not the smoke and CO function that we miss the most, but the Pathlight, a very subtle white ring of light that is triggered by motion when it's very dark. It works perfectly, and with my children being sleepwalkers, it really gives us a peace of mind knowing the Pathlight will at least guide them safely during their nightly escapades. The sensor responds very quickly from quite a distance, and in the app you can change the brightness level. I suggest you choose the low light setting, as that will make your batteries last longer, and to be fair, there's not that much difference in brightness anyway. Even with Nightly Promise turned off, when you switch off the light, the Nest Protect will pulse orange when something's wrong. In most cases it lost connection or the batteries are running low. So the only thing the Nightly Promise really does is glow green when you turn off the light to indicate everything is working fine. I like this function, but if you want to maximize battery life, you'll probably turn this off. When the alarm goes off, you can always mute it by pressing the button on the Nest Protect.
Emergency. There's smoke. Upstairs. Smoke alarm silenced.
But when it's out of reach, whatever you do, don't go into full panic mode. Instead, stay calm and use the app to silence the alarm. If I forgot anything, please share your do's and don'ts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned a thing or two and hope to see you at the next one. Take care.